Hello ladies and gents, this is my first video in a while because I've been way too busy and as you all have noticed, winter has come. So all the ants are currently hibernating, which stops their development and also gives me less news to report on. So today I'll only talk about my exotic species. To begin with, my yellow crazy ant colony. This colony started out as a one queen colony, but I merged it with another colony which had two queens. So I have now one colony with three queens, and their growing rate has increased a lot. I do have a lot of footage of the merger, but it's actually very uninteresting, and it was a really slow process. Since then, I've moved them into a bigger formicarium with some sphagnum moss and coconut peat to keep the moisture level as constant as possible. They still aren't too aggressive, but they really love the crickets I feed them time to time. I have also noticed these ants move their nest almost every time it's been disturbed by me or by crickets. They move every time, and it happens really fast too. The lush jungle you can see here houses my newest exotic species. As you can see, it's a naturalistic setup with high humidity. Here's my newest exotic species, which I've had for a while, but I've wanted to keep it a bit of a secret because they're so delicate and hard to keep. These ants originate from Asia and live in swamps. This is why their humidity must always be 90 or even 100%. These ants are known as Hoplingatus venator, or as I call them, harpies. These ants actually have an excellent eyesight and use this to their advantage so they can stalk their prey and jump into them. Yeah, jump. They can jump 10 centimeters far, and then they sting the prey a few times and drag them back to their nest. But the coolest thing about these ants is they don't even require a queen. If the queen ant dies, some of the workers fight for dominance, and the strongest worker becomes what we call a gamergate. This gamergate lays an unfertilized egg. This egg will hatch a drone. The gamergate mates with the drone, and after this the male dies. But the gamergate will lay fertilized eggs. Now onto my Polyrhachis dives colony. Months ago, I forgot to smear Teflon on a glass. They just walked over it and started to reeve nest against the mesh. I pushed them a bit with tweezers, and after some time they stopped. But a few weeks later, they started weaving in the substrate, which has now grown out to a beautiful silk nest. They've also been a lot more active these days, which is quite nice since I barely saw them in the beginning. Some days ago, it was Black Friday, and I couldn't pass on a bargain, so I ordered a queen from AntsFlanders. I paid 8 quid shipping, but till this day I have never received a better packaged colony or queen. It came in a big box filled with English newspapers, with in it a test tube with a layer of aluminum foil and bubble plastic. This is excellent service. I've ordered from other shops. Their shipping costs were a lot higher, and the colonies just came in a bubble wrapped envelope. So, and to us, thank you for this wonderful service. Now, for those wondering about the queen, it's a Manica rubida queen. They kind of look like Myrmica rubra, but they're a lot bigger and also have a brighter red color. I also received a free protein shake, which I instantly gave to the queen to enjoy after her journey. I also have an idea for a mini-series about stinging ant species, which includes a bit of biology and myself getting stung by different species of ants. Would you like to see this or not? Please leave your opinion in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video, so adios, cheerio, and goodbye.